Take a deep breath. Right now, in this very moment, you are exactly where you need to be. It may not feel like it, and perhaps the path you've walked has been difficult, confusing, full of unexpected turns. But every step, every choice, every moment you've lived up to now has formed the mosaic that is your present. The present is the most valuable place you can inhabit because it is the only moment that truly exists. The past is gone, with its lessons and memories, and the future is yet to come, waiting to be shaped by what you do now. This is the moment where your entire history and all your potential converge. Think of the present as a vast open field. You walk across it, sometimes under a bright sun, other times under clouds that seem never to pass. Sometimes, the field is covered in flowers, and you feel the softness of the grass under your feet. Other times, the ground is dry, cracked, and your feet ache as you walk. But regardless of the conditions, what never changes is the fact that you are moving. The field, the path, and the present continue to unfold before you, moment by moment, offering new landscapes, new sensations, and new opportunities. The present is the fertile soil where you can plant the seeds of what you wish to harvest in the future. And in it, you find true peace. The peace of knowing that, regardless of what the past brought you or how the future will unfold, you are here. And here is enough. Imagine life as a river. Sometimes its waters are calm, flowing gently over the rocks. Other times, it becomes turbulent, turning into a raging current, overflowing with the force of a storm. The river does not try to control its waters. It simply flows. It knows that every bend, every obstacle, every change and pace is part of its journey to the ocean. It trusts in its path, knowing that even in the face of the greatest challenges, it will always find its course. And so it is with you. Trust in this flow. The now, the present, is where you can begin to trust fully in the process of life. Often, life presents us with challenges that seem insurmountable. They are like great mountains in the middle of our path, rocks that block our view and make us question our strength. But just as nature faces its own trials, we are also capable of overcoming any obstacle. Imagine a tree, standing alone in a field, enduring storms, fierce winds, and torrential rains. It doesn't try to resist the storm, instead, it bends before the winds, letting them pass, without breaking its branches. And when the storm is over, it stands tall again, stronger and more resilient. This is how life's challenges are. The storms we face are inevitable, but they don't have to break us. They shape us, transform us, prepare us for what is to come. Resistance to difficulties is often what causes us the most pain. We want to fight, we want to change the course of events, as if we could control every detail of our destiny. But in reality, it is in acceptance that we find strength. Acceptance does not mean giving up or resigning. It means recognizing that even in the most challenging situations, there is a purpose. There is something to be learned, something that can be transformed. Think of a rough stone found in a riverbed. Over time, the water, with its persistence, smooths its edges, polishing its surface until it becomes a beautiful gem. The same happens to you. Every challenge, every pain, every difficulty is like that water, softening your edges, shaping you, transforming you into the most polished version of yourself. And this doesn't happen all at once. The process is long, but when you look back, you see how much you've transformed, how much you've grown. Often, in the midst of pain, we can't see the lesson. The suffering seems pointless, like it's just a burden to carry. But in time, when we look back, we see that it was those moments that gave us the strength we needed to keep going. Just like the river that flows around the stones, we learn to navigate life's obstacles. Every stone in the path, every detour, teaches us to be more flexible, more resilient. And it is this very flexibility that allows us to grow. Growth doesn't just mean reaching new heights, it also means learning to handle difficulties with more ease, more wisdom. Accept the challenges as part of your growth process. They are not enemies but silent teachers showing us the way. Sometimes life places us in situations where we cannot see what lies ahead. The future seems shrouded in thick fog, and we become paralyzed, afraid to take the next step. But, just like the sun hiding behind the clouds, we know it's there, even if we cannot see it. Trust is the key to keep moving forward, even when we're unsure of where we're headed. Think of a rope bridge stretched over a canyon. As you step onto the first plank, you don't know if it will hold your weight. But as you advance, step by step, you realize the bridge is strong, and it will take you safely to the other side. Trust is not the absence of fear but the courage to keep going even when fear is present. It is the fuel that drives us forward when the road is uncertain. Trust that, even when life seems chaotic and unpredictable, the path ahead is being shaped, step by step. You don't need to see the destination to know you're on the right track. Sometimes, the greatest test of faith is taking a step into the dark, trusting that, by doing so, the light will appear. Life is often like a journey through a dense forest, where daylight is obscured by the canopy of trees. But if you keep walking, you'll eventually find a clearing, an open space where the sun shines again. Trust the process. Trust the journey, even when it feels disorienting. Life has a subtle way of guiding us, of showing us the next step, even when we can't see the whole path. You don't need to know all the answers. What matters is taking the next step, and the one after that. Because, in time, you'll see that every step you took, every choice you made, brought you exactly to where you were meant to be. The road may be winding, but it's through those twists and turns that we discover the most beautiful views. Within you lies an unwavering strength, a flame that never extinguishes, even in the darkest of times. At times, it may seem faint, almost imperceptible, but it's there. This strength is what drives you to keep going, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Think of a seed buried in the earth. It is surrounded by darkness, confined in a small space, with no idea of what the world outside will be like. But still, the seed continues its silent work of growth. It breaks through the soil, rises toward the light, and over time, it transforms into something magnificent, a tree, a flower, a plant that brings beauty and life to the world. So too are you. In moments when everything seems dark, when you feel confined by circumstances, something inside you is growing. The power of transformation within you is immense, but it can only manifest when you acknowledge your own strength. Often, we underestimate our ability to change, to overcome. We look around and think we're stuck, that there's no way forward. But, like the seed, you have the power to break through the earth, to reach the light. Within you exists a resilience that makes you capable of facing any adversity. Transformation is an internal process, slow but profoundly powerful. The strength you carry doesn't disappear in the face of challenges, it grows with them. Think of each challenge as a fire that purifies metal. The flame may be intense, but it doesn't destroy. It merely removes impurities, making the metal stronger, purer. And so it is with you. Each difficulty, each pain, is transforming you into the strongest and most authentic version of yourself. Believe in this power. Believe that within you lies everything you need to overcome any challenge. Often, we are so focused on reaching a goal, a final destination, that we forget to appreciate the path we're walking. But in truth, it's along the way that we find life's greatest treasures. Imagine a traveler climbing a mountain. He may be eager to reach the summit, to admire the view from the top. But if he rushes, he will miss the small beauties along the way, the wildflowers, the gentle sound of the wind, the streams crossing the trail. Life is exactly like this. It's not just about reaching the destination, but about experiencing every moment of the journey. Time is often seen as an enemy. We feel it slipping away from us, always running against us. But time, in fact, is our greatest ally. It teaches us patience and shows us that everything happens at the right time. Think of a flower. It doesn't force its growth. It doesn't rush to bloom. It simply trusts that, at the right time, its petals will open to the world. And so it should be with you. Don't compare yourself to others or the time it takes them to reach their goals. Your journey is unique, and everything you desire will come at the right time. Time has its own wisdom, and when we look back, we see that everything happened as it needed to happen. Trust in time. It always knows. Every moment of waiting, every instance of doubt, is preparing you for what's to come. And when the right time arrives, you will be ready. Life is not a race. There is no rush. Enjoy every step, every small detail of your journey. Because, in the end, it is along the way that we find true beauty. Take a deep breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your body, connecting you with the present. This simple act, breathing, is proof that life is constantly in motion, that you are constantly in motion. The journey continues, one step at a time. And just like the river, you too will find your way. Trust. Trust in the process of life. Trust in yourself. Because deep down, you already have everything you need to keep moving forward. You are strong. You are capable. And you are part of this beautiful and endless flow of life. Keep walking with faith, with courage, and with the certainty that, no matter the challenges, you are on the right path. Life flows. And you flow with it.